Testing 1, 2. Alright then everyone, how you doing? I just I just wanted to set things up beforehand to make sure everything's going good. I'll start playing the game in 5 minutes or so. Ooh. Let's go outside. We'll find a nice view and we'll have a chat. And also, let me know how do I sound? How's everything looking? Is everything going all right? Tell me in the chat. Alright, nice one. Yeah, do tell me if my voice cuts out at any point. I'm checking it every now and again, but I like to keep my mic off so I can't hear myself talking because it puts me off. And just so you know, oh look at those tumbleweeds. Is that a recent update? Because I've not seen it before. Holy moly. You can see a tumbleweed. Oh. This is my girl. I call her Big Bertha. So yeah, I'm going to shout out everyone in the chat. Deep Fred Hugs, Ragman, Nico, Phone Shot, Zug. How you doing, Zug? Nico Phone Shot says, I got a quick question. What inspired you to make music? Well, good God, I didn't like music until I was about 14. I just found it boring. But I think the answer, and then I got totally obsessed with it. I bought a Eminem single off my brother, a CD of The Way I Am by Eminem. I was probably like 10. And I bought it for like £2, and I just played it over and over, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I think the real answer to that question is my dad. He's my biggest inspiration. Anyway, shouting out people in the chat. Recomanthus, Ragman, Joey Shabu. That's a deep cut from The Simpsons. Nice one, Joey. Is the sound a bit loud? Ragman reckons it's too loud. Yet Sound System, I'm a fan of your tunes. Thanks for coming, mate. And Deluxe Editor, well done. I'll leave it a bit longer. I'm also waiting for my beautiful assistant to come. This is Hotline. Because she's going to be reading out questions for me. Okay, I'll just turn my voice up. And how's that? How's that sound? The one thing is I really didn't want it to clip because I looked back at my last stream and I tend to get quite loud when I'm talking, so I didn't. It was distorted a tiny bit. So yeah, as long as you can hear me. All right then. I'll Have I played Axis? My music is actually in Axis. I made some music for it, which was really cool. And yes, I've played Axis. I should live stream Axis actually. Love that game. Really cool. Amazing. Brilliantly executed homage concept. All right then. Dallas Diff says, how did this opportunity to make video game music come to you? I assume the dev is a fan. Yes, yeah, they're a fan. Regular Studio were a fan, and they messaged me and said, yo, we've been listening to music for ages, and we want to know if you want to make music for the game. I was actually sitting in a bar in London, and I like whipped my phone out and saw the email, and I remember seeing a tiny little GIF of P doing this, and I just thought, damn, that looks cool. I love the orange. I love the suit. The suit immediately reminded me of. Oh, sorry, I'll turn my light off. Immediately reminded me of Portal. Is a Shell, the main character, and yeah, that was about 2.5 years ago now, and I worked on the soundtrack on and off for a year until we got it right, and yeah, it's been great. But in terms of me, how did I? Goodbye. Oh, it disappeared. Optimization. How did I get the opportunity? It was well, basically I started making video game music, or video game adjacent music, you might say, and then basically that just put me on the radar of lots of developers, and I got a lot of emails and messages, and it's really nice. So many questions coming in, so I won't answer them all now. Hello, Scruffy Jenkins, Bass Clef, Deep Fried Hugs, Meep Falina, Deluxe Editor, Zug. Sorry, I'm reading out the same people. There's a lot going on here. I've never really live streamed before, so just you have to bear with me. I won't be as professional as some of the people I'm sure that you're aware of. But everyone who's just jumped in, please be aware that I will be doing the main Q&A in a little bit. I won't do a full-on one now. I'm going to play, because I'm waiting for Mrs. Hotline to come and help me, because she's going to read out questions for me, because yeah, I'm just checking the chat. Rhinoruz, you've asked about the vinyl. Yeah, it's in pre-order right now. It's not already pressed. And can it go into sold out? Yes, we're only doing a certain amount of copies of the orange one. And if they all sell out, we'll do another color. So the orange is limited edition. Yeah, but I'm sure it depends when you want to grab it, but I'm sure there'll be copies left. It is selling. The orders are coming in quite fast, but you should be fine. Right. Andrew Hickenbottom says, "Howdy pizza dude. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Just wondering if you grew up with jungle logical progression sound, or discovered it later on." No, I grew up in the 90s. I won't say exactly how old I am, just for fun, but I am above 30, let's say that. Never ask a woman her age, you should know that. And I'm a man, by the way, just joking. Right, oh, fuck. And yeah, I grew up with, I tell you what I grew up with in terms of drum and bass, was early Hospital Records stuff. A lot of Camo and Crooked, a lot of B Complex, a lot of, what else? I mean, so much stuff. I lived in Bristol for 5 years, so very, very familiar with, oh my god, this is crazy, I've never been to this part before. Very familiar with jungle. And then when I was a bit older, when I was like, 20, that was when I really started getting into the proper 90s stuff. And then it was obviously Pesce, LTJ Bookham, Ram Records, all the good stuff, really. So many questions. Oh, background. So good to see you, buddy. Missing you. So good to see you here. I've been meaning to get in touch, I really have.
I think he's.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Ah, brilliant. Okay, yes, I was gooning. Only joking. Ah, brilliant. Sorry about that. No idea. I bought this new mic and maybe it's not right. I spent ages talking about the drum and bass I used to listen to when I was younger and answered some questions, but maybe it didn't come through. I'm so sorry. The drum and bass I used to listen to when I was younger and answered some questions, but maybe it didn't come through. I'm so sorry. So my glorious assistant is here, and she's going to read out some of the questions. Now, first, what we're going to do is answer some of the questions that people answered on social media, because they are, well, you know, I want to do those ones first. Hold on one sec. We need to do that. Bang, that's going out. And then we need to... you can hear me twice. All right, what about that? Are we good? I'm gonna have to send this microphone back. All right, what about that? Are we good? I'm gonna have to send this microphone. Okay then. All right. So yeah, as I said, we're going to go to the questions that people have asked me on like social media platforms. Where's that? That's in here, and then that's there. If you want to go to the top.
So, what are your favorite video games?
My favorite video games. Good God, let's just double check. It's so hard. Honestly, like when people ask me that, if someone says, "What's your favorite video game?" my immediate answer is BioShock.
Okay, what's your favorite automation techniques on brakes?
Okay, well, I honestly reckon like having a nice filter automating, so it goes can't really do it in my mouth, but like automating a filter so it in time sounds really nice and like squelchy on a brake. You'll hear it on, I made a tune called Ice Planet, and there's a lot of it in that.
Okay, Zug asked, who has been the major artist of inspiration of jungle drum and bass?
Mine is probably... there's quite a few, to be honest. DJ Crust was amazing, like listening to his stuff. Yeah, I know. It's a bit of a... like people don't talk about Crust enough, but his stuff's fantastic. The other one is someone that's in the chat, and that's Background. Fucking love his music, and I probably wouldn't have made any of this without him, so shout out to you, mate. There's also the obvious ones, but I think, yeah, one of the main inspirations for me would be Soishi. Soichi Terada and his what he did on on the early PlayStation games. You all know about that, and that's just really important. And yeah, the other one would probably be High Contrast, if I was to say a more conventional releasing artist. But yeah. What's next?
I Killed the DJ has asked, outside of D&B, who are your favorite artists or music inspirations?
For years, I made dub techno music. I don't know if anyone knows about that. Under another alias. You can find it yourself, because that'll be more fun for you. And there was a guy who's like the pioneer of dub techno, and he's called Rod Model, and he's like one of my favorite artists. And yeah, he's just incredible. The other one would be something like Philip Glass. Oh, can I get this? Can I get this bad boy? Let's try. Oh, got it. Oh, that was sweet. All right. Yeah, Philip Glass and Neil Young and God, who else? Concentrating here, dying here. Okay, I'm dead. I'm squashed. Let's just check the YouTube chat to make sure we're all right. Yeah, I just want to make sure if anyone's saying, I can't hear you.
Yeah, it's all good.
Cool. All right, next question.
Let's go back to
And by the way, guys, we're going through the questions that people dropped on social media in the week, but I will scroll up through the YouTube chat and check the questions there afterwards.
And so if anybody wants to add any...
Yeah, just dump them in the thing. There's also a thing in my Discord that I'm reading off, like a channel in my Discord called Q&A questions. You can put them in there. Anyway.
I should introduce myself. I am Mrs. Hotline, and I'm a little bit under the weather.
Mrs. Hotline with a cold.
Yeah, so my voice is maybe deep and mysterious.
It is. It's nice.
Okay. What's next? Okay. Which forgotten video game franchise would you most love to soundtrack should a hypothetical revival ever happen? Great question.
That is a good question, and I know the exact answer. It's definitely not forgotten, but it has stopped now. And the last what would you say, installment in the series was, I don't know, was it 2016, 17 or something like that? And that's Wipeout. My favorite racing game of all time, one of my favorite games of all time, Wipeout the Omega Collection. If they made a new Wipeout, I know Studio Liverpool's gone now, but if Sony, commissioned a new Wipeout, and it's not impossible, can I get this bad boy? Do you reckon I could do it? No. Yeah, I would love to make music for that, obviously.
Oh, what are these bad boys that you're going
So
for?
these are orbs. Now, I'm just calling them bad boys. Oh my god. The free running and the question answering is really not a good combination, I gotta say. They are orbs that you collect. They're like little collectibles, and then I believe they also act as extra lives when you're in combat. Ironically, I haven't played this as much as I'd hoped because I've been so freaking busy this week. But yeah, that you collect them, and then as soon as you collect one, a triangular area becomes available, and you can drop them in, and you get an achievement for collecting all of them. And I think you can collect multiples and have a whole crowd of them following you. It's quite fun, but very hard to do because you can't die. Anyway.
So we missed one, and that is, what plugins could you not live without?
Very good question. Honestly, the answer straight up is Serum. People are often surprised that I use Serum a lot because, here we go. Because it's typically a more modern synth, because it's wavetable synthesis. But honestly, like, so many of my tunes are made with Serum. I use other synths, but if I didn't have, it's just my go-to. Immediately, I'll just start off with a sine wave patch and then go from there. But all those little bendy melodies that I make, that's all Serum. It's just simple sine wave stuff. So yeah, good question.
Okay, so next one is taken from Seprow on YouTube. Seprow? How do you come up with new soundtracks? After all, what's new is that no one has ever heard it before, including you. What mechanisms shape the image of future music, and how do they work? I don't believe music is born out of nowhere. It requires inspiration, feelings, or something like that. That's the question. What's the process of writing a melody? Do you first write a single note melody, then a rhythm section and add harmonics? Or is it some other way altogether? Drawing on the previous questions, tell us how the soundtrack for Motorslice was created.
There's a lot going on there.
Yes.
There's about 5 questions, you cheeky one.
Oh, maybe there was taken from other people as well, but it's all of the same.
See, all right, okay. So I will answer one of those questions that I heard, which is like, where do I start? Usually with some nice pads. Almost always with some nice pads, and I won't continue adding stuff unless the pads sound really nice, unless they're really Moorish and I can't stop listening to them. And if in 20 minutes, 30 minutes I can't get a good like chord progression with some nice pads or some stabs going on, then I just ditch it and move on. Go to the next track. I don't know where the hell I'm going. These people just watching me.
Parkour.
No, but I wanna progress, right? And I've come down here. I'm in the bottom bit.
Right.
But the level design on this can sometimes lead you astray, and like you.
I can see that on the walls. It looks like you can go chainsawing up.
No, the Motorslice walls are specifically orange.
Oh, okay.
I could do this. All right, let's just do this for fun. I'm almost certain this is not what you're supposed to do, but let's just go. So, the other question was, how do you create something that's like original, where so much music has already been made? And I think that was, words to that effect in that question. And, bated breath. Where are we going? Oh, is this actually the solution? Holy no, wait, I'm back to the top. Am I?
Seen it before.
Oh, I think I did it, I think I just speed ran it. If I die now, I'll be pissed off, I tell you. I fudged that, loved it. All right, cool. If it works, it works. Absolutely right. On Ruth, you can also go in here and you can shout at people in the chat. Like, you can, I don't know, they like it when you shout them out. G1 Sunstreaker, Patrick King 8342. But yes, the other question, I'll quickly answer that one, which was, how do you make stuff that sounds new when motherfucker, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on. Can everyone hear me now? I think I'm going to send back this microphone. I don't think it's, I don't know, something to do with the, anyway. But yeah, apologies for that, everyone. Don't know what's going on. I will. Yeah, you can repeat questions. Live stream's a bit chaotic, but thank you for staying with us. We've got 39 people in here, so thank you very much. I will jump through a few more questions while I'm waiting. But yeah, thank you for letting me know in the chat that it was muted. Right. So, Regent909 on Patreon asks, I'm super interested in your production process. Could you tell us your DAW of choice and favorite production gadgets? I would also love to know how much time you usually spend on a project, like for example, this soundtrack. Ableton Live is the one I've used for like over a decade. It's the only one I use. And favorite production gadgets. I've already said Serum. I mean, dear God, I use that thing so much. Like also samples. I use a lot of those old school sample CDs. I've got like folders and folders and folders and folders of samples from the last 10, 15 years of me making electronic music that are a mixture of field recordings I've made. Like I went through a stage of owning a huge amount of hardware, like so many synths and stuff. When I was making dub techno, I was obsessed with synths. I since do most things in the box these days, but I use a lot of the samples that I recorded back then. I've got like, at my parents' house, I've got so many synths that are collecting dust right now. But I've got so many recordings of them, so I use a lot of that kind of stuff. Yeah, that would be some of my gadgets. And then you asked about my production process. How much time do I usually spend on a project like this? Dear, my God, like, I think I was making the Motorslice, even though it's 8 tunes, I was on and off making it for a year. But that would be, you know, I would work maybe like 3 hours on a Monday and then not work on it for 3 weeks and then come back and then do like a whole day on it, maybe 2 days in a row, and then not come back to it for another week and then come back to it. And then sometimes I'd leave it for 3 months because I was so sick of the music, and then I come back to it and then do like 3 tunes in a week, and then so it's on and off, and it is slow. And you know, right now I've got like 5 albums that are all half cooked, and I could never work on something and finish it from start to finish. I have to have like loads of things all happening at once, and then I jump between them. It's just always the way I've worked. So in terms of a time scale of how long it's taken me, I can't really answer that question. But yeah, you get the idea. It's a bit of a mess, really. An Xbox Hound from my Patreon asked, Dreamcast, PS2, GameCube, Xbox, if you had to, which 6th generation console would you erase from existence, along with its subsequent legacy? Dear God. Well, I have like a strong relationship with the Dreamcast. I have a strong relationship with the PS2. I have a strong relationship with the original Xbox. I love the GameCube, but I don't have a strong relationship with it. But I love all of those consoles. I couldn't kill one. The Switch is not 6th generation. If I could choose any, I'd probably kill the Jaguar or the Wii U. Joking. The developer of Motorslice is a massive Wii U head, so I said that. If he's listening. I don't know. The one that I love the most out of all those is the Dreamcast, and I think most people know that by now. I'm going to jump to the YouTube chat. There's so much going on here, I can't keep up. 44 people, that's so cool. Hello, everyone. Maybe I should play a bit. Can I reduce the music in the game? Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I think my voice sounds way too loud, but I can bring the music down. Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I think my voice sounds way too loud, but I can bring the music down. I'm going to bring the... There we go! Okay, I'm going to play for a bit, and Ruth, you can ask me some questions from the chat if you want. Right, let's see if I can actually do a decent run here. Does anyone remember the Crushinator from Futurama? No, Pa, I love him. Oh, Bender, you didn't touch the Crushinator, did you? Nonsense, a woman that fine ain't got a romance first. It's the Crushinator. Right.
Okay, have you finished the other
No, but we can. Yeah. We can do whatever. We can jump between them all. As you can tell, I'm not the kind of person who can focus on something for very long.
Okay. This is a question from Patrick. From the soundtrack, is there a particular track that really stood out for you personally and liked the most? As in, when you finished it and listened back, you went, yeah, that's nuts.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. The tune is Heavy Machine. Actually, it's funny because I didn't name the tunes till the very end, so I can't remember what track is called what. Oh, hi, Lucas. You just missed me. I was bagging on the Wii U, dude. Sorry. I was giving it some shit for fun because I thought you might be listening. My favorite track, the one that I like the most, is Heavy Machine. The melody in it's really long, and I like that. And it took me like 3 hours straight to write that melody. It took me like a long time. I remember. And when I made it, I was like, wow, I'm so proud of this. But on the flip side, there's a few tracks that I really didn't like that much, and I sent them to the developer, and he was like, I love it, this is amazing. And I thought, all right then. And then the other day when I was listening through the album, I thought, wow, this is good. I just thought, I didn't like it at the time, but sometimes you need a lot of space away from stuff, don't you? Right.
Okay.
Cracking the wall.
Adrenaline Kick says, big fan of your music, of your mixes, sorry. Have you thought about doing any tutorials? Do you use any doors? DAW stuff.
Yeah. I walk through doors all the time. Terrible joke. I'm a dad, it's alright. So, lovely. So, question was, refresh the first half of the, music tutorials. Yeah, I have, fun fact, I used to be a music production teacher in a college, and online. I used to do private lessons, all sorts, before I did what I do now. Fun fact. So yeah, I used to do that a lot. In terms of like pizza hotline tutorials, I have thought about that a bit, but honestly, I'm really busy and it takes a lot of work, and I don't love making video content. I'm not very good at it. So yeah, in answer to that, ooh, some lore. Look, I wonder what that said. Ooh. Oh, is it telling me to go this way? Is that telling me where the crack in the wall is?
I guess, what was I going to say? Oh, I guess you do make sample packs.
I make sample packs, yeah. And
that's kind of like helps people get on their way in terms of like you're not doing any tutorials anymore, but
yeah. Well, actually, this opens. Look at this. All right, I'll stand here because it looks so pretty. This is actually, I was going to start doing live streams of me making music, and I guess that would be in a way a form of tutorialization. So yeah, if you guys are into that, I was thinking of doing that weekly, where I just like make a track or show you show you a pre-existing track. What's next?
I'm looking down in the chat.
Okay.
But if anybody hasn't had theirs answered, just
make some noise. I don't want to leave anyone out, especially if they've taken a long time to. Here we go. Right, I'm speed running. Woohoo! What do you think of P? Is she absolute peak? I think P is just an immediately likable character. And yeah, I just think her design's wicked. The color choice is fantastic. And oh look, guys, I can blink and get the sand off my lens. Look, love it. Yeah, she's immediately, likable and just admirable and just cool. She's a cool character. And
I like her colors.
Yeah,
like that turquoise, the orange, turquoise hair.
And another thing I like is the square moles, or the little freckles. They are a lovely touch. The little pixelated freckles. Oh, hi! See ya. I don't think we've had any audio problems, have we? I just wanted to work out what the issue was with the audio. Honestly, what I should be doing is streaming this from my computer, from my Mac, not streaming it from my PS5 like a lame noob. But I much prefer gaming on console. I know some of the PC people won't love that, but that's just the reality. Oh, damn you, robot house!
Okay, so...
Give me a question.
What? Okay, so... Hyena says, where can I contact you when it comes to your music's use missions for game mods? I've been making a music rando pack for a game, and I wanted to put Motorslice.
It might be complicated with stuff like that because, well, long story. You can definitely email. It's complicated with things like that. I can't always if I've made music for one game, it can't always go in others. But you can email me and we can chat. But I can't promise you that can happen. But yeah, email me. You can find my email. Usually, I think it's in my Instagram bio. You can message me on Instagram, whatever. I always try and get back to every email. I get a lot of emails, but I always try and get back to all of them. Brutal rush. Chop me in half.
I don't know if you saw this, but after we had Penny review the game's music, your voicemail to me, we also got, can you increase the game's music and your voice so we can vibe better?
Who's the indecisive person in the chat?
Does everybody feel like it's good okay now?
Well, it doesn't have to be this democratic. I mean, I'm just going to turn it up and people can deal with it. I only want to know if there's a technical issue, not your preference. So, putting my foot down there. I don't want to be tweaking levels. Ooh. Right, okay, he's gone.
Here we go. Scruffy Jenkins.
All right, Scruffy.
Is there a specific game from your youth that has inspired your style of composing the most?
I mean, yeah, I talk about games all the time, like this, and there's such obvious ones like Ape Escape. But Ape Escape really is a big one of mine. I remember playing it when I was a little kid, and I do remember thinking the music was really cool. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, it's the standard answers that I give in like interviews all the time. Ape Escape, Wipeout. I tell you what, one that's not one that I mention a lot, which is really important to me, is a Dreamcast game called Wet Tricks. It was on the N64 as well, and the soundtrack is incredible. The one thing that I always find difficult... Oh, is that a secret little crack? Everyone loves a secret crack. Wet Tricks for the Dreamcast, the soundtrack is fantastic. And yeah, I was going to say, the difficult thing with looking for soundtracks in old PS1 games or N64 games, for example, is that not all the tracks are good. Some of them are a bit bad, or all the tracks will be within separate genres, and you'll be like, I just want them to all be in the same genre, blah blah blah. If you listen to Wet Tricks, it's like you're listening to an album. It's a consistent theme. It has a lot of intent behind it. It's brilliant. So Wet Tricks is my pick there.
Okay. Ferromontanino. PH, would you consider apprenticeship or help from someone early in the game music world grinding to earn their stripes?
Do you mean me help someone else?
No, have an apprentice help you. But I guess you don't really help making music as such. But I guess if you were to live stream making music, that would help somebody.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's probably the easiest way for me and the most useful way for everyone else if I was to do that. Yeah, but I mean, in terms of Tetrasphere N64, I just seen that. What a soundtrack! That's a really good one. Oh, another good one is Team Buddies. Oh my god, that is an absolute slammer of a soundtrack. That one really inspired me. I listened to that for years before making any Pizza Hotline stuff. Wii U.
So Scruffy Jenkins says, thanks, I apologise if that's a repetitive question. I'm newer to the Pizza Hotline universe.
Here we go.
For about a year or so love anything you release. I was going to say, no question is repetitive. We like them all.
Scruffy, you can never be too repetitive. Scruffy the janitor.
Okay. Did you enjoy Tetrasphere N64 soundtrack?
Yeah, I've already answered that, and yes, some of them are popping up on the screen.
Sorry.
It's all right. That's fine. That was a tough thing to get to, right? How many people we got? 46. That's nice.
NYT Ecoder says, Mr. Hotline, would you consider doing some gigs up north? P.S. I am so glad you liked my Sega Saturn OST recommendation.
What was the Sega Saturn recommendation? And up north, you mean north of England? I have played up north a bit. I honestly don't gig a lot. Mainly
book him.
Yeah, book me. I'll come. But well, I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't put myself out there as a gigging artist these days, just because it's a big upheaval. I have a family, and it's a big upheaval gigging. But I have just been booked to play in Portugal on a boat. So if anyone wants to come, that should be fun. Is it in May?
It's in September. We're in May now.
Oh my god, I'm awful.
The 5th of September.
Yeah, it's not public.
A promoter called Amen is putting it on.
Yeah, I'm just so bad with dates. That's why I have this one here to help me. Okay, here we go. Answering questions and doing free and parkour is just not the one. It's like,
you're doing a good job.
Alrighty, okay. All right.
Okay, so G1 Sunstreaker says, what is your process like for creating OSTs in particular? How much input is there from the customer? How much is your control? Are you given a specific direction, shown complete scenes or sequences?
Good question. I love...
They go on, sorry. Or does the music get made alongside or even before parts of the game? I've always been curious about the OST pipeline.
It's, I've always worked... look at this girl.
She looks great.
She does look great. Look, these are square freckles.
Yeah.
She's great. She's just an immediately cool look.
Super cool t-shirt or super cool, I don't know, is it a one suit? But I love the fashion.
Yeah, it actually reminds me of we'll get back to your question in a minute. It actually reminds me of the clothing from The Fifth Element,
yes,
which is one of my favourite movies, with clothing designed by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Amazing movie. Also, Regular Studio, if you're still listening, we need merch, a keyring of the little charm on the end of her Motorslice chainsaw? Motorsaw chainsaw. Yeah. So anyway, it's a mixture of things. Do I multipass? Do I how do I make the soundtrack? Do I make it with the developer? Blah blah blah. The answer is it varies. Sometimes they will send me a early build. Sometimes they'll send me lots of videos. Sometimes they'll send me... I have to see something, and I usually have to see something moving. Like photos, images, I can't work with that. I need to see something moving. I can work absolutely from footage. I mean, I made half of the Motorslice soundtrack without playing it because I didn't have a... Steam Deck at the time, or I had Mac, and I get teased about being Mac only all the time. Anyway, so yeah, and as long as I have something to work with, I like to play the game. Obviously, like if I can play the game, then I can really get a feeling for the world, and I can usually get better results. But yeah, I usually will just play loops of the footage in my DAW in Ableton while I'm making it, and that just works. So yeah, and with Motorslice, I was very much making the soundtrack as the game was being developed. So it was really exciting. They would send bits over and say, what do you think of this? We want to put this in, or check out this boss. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll make some music based on, that concept video of the boss. And it was a really wonderful process working with Regular Studio. Yeah, totally loved it. Brilliant. I'm working on another game right now, and it's kind of similar. They're working on the game, and I am, making music alongside it. And I really love working like that. And I love working with indies because it's more casual, you get more freedom, they respect your creativity better, they don't demand things of you too much, they are more understanding because they are usually early in their careers. It's brilliant. I've done only one major job, or maybe two, and yeah, it was way different, way more pressure, way more like, I don't know, just not as fun in every imaginable way. Anyway, another question.
Any plans for a US tour?
I went to New York for a micro tour. Well, I did 3 gigs in New York in a weekend. Not really a tour, but I did that. When was that, last year? I don't have any plans for any tours because, as I said, I don't really put myself out there as a performing artist. I don't have a booking agent.
Yeah, I think if someone plans the tour, if someone came to you and was like, I would like to book on a night.
Do you reckon?
Here and here and here.
Yeah, probably. Honestly, I spent my 20s DJing, and I'm not really interested. I guess I'm interested. If I didn't have kids, I'd be interested if I didn't have kids.
Yeah.
I have 2 little kids, so it's really hard for me. I live in the UK. Someone asked me where I live. I live in London.
I think if the kids were a bit older, maybe.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so if I still am Pizza Hotline when I'm in 5 years, then absolutely, and I have the energy. I just don't. I'm really busy right now with lots of stuff, and I really just gigging is killer. It kills you, and I just don't think it's what I want to do right now. I totally love working on games. Video games are my favorite art form, pastime, general passion, and I much prefer doing that than out gigging every weekend. That would kill me. I'd have no energy in the week, and I love flipping hell. Did you see that? I was on a watch.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Motherfucker chopped me into pieces.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I'm allowed to swear. I don't care about being monetized or whatever. So anyway, yeah, it's just not something that I really want to do right now. But maybe when the time comes to it, I am only one person, and it is exhausting already. I love what I do, but it is exhausting. Yeah. So.
Okay, we've had NYT Coda come back and say Old Friend was the name of the name from the Deep Fear OST.
Oh yeah, what a tune.
And then he says, happy to book you, where do I email? So emails in Instagram?
I think so. It's Pizza Hotline 24/7 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
You can find my email.
Up pizzas,
yeah, exactly. I remember when I made the email, I thought, what's funny? Because Pizza Hotline was already taken. I was like, what's funny? 24/7 is funny. So yeah, Pizza Hotline 24/7 at gmail.com. Honestly, message me on any of my channels. You'll find Bandcamp. You can DM me, Instagram. You can DM me, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm always interested to hear about bookings. 3 motors remaining. Is the Crushinator down there? Where is she?
Yeah, I feel like you don't say no to a booking.
No.
But it's just we just have to figure out.
It just has to work. This booking in Portugal is on a boat, and it's a daytime gig, and it just sounds fun, and I can bring. We can go together and have fun. It's not like I'm dying to be playing gigs twice a weekend for the next 2 years. It's just not something I want to do. I did that, as I said, a lot in my 20s, and it's something that is exciting and it is fun, but also no Pa, I love him. All right, I'm coming in hot.
Okay, where was I? We've got somebody said I noticed you didn't mention PS2 in the sixth gen question. Is it untouchable?
I did mention the PS2.
you.
Yeah. Maybe my mic cut out then. I think it might have done actually. Is it untouchable? What do you mean? Is it the sacred cow? Kind of. But to be honest, all of them are to me, apart from the GameCube. But I do love the GameCube. I just never owned one.
What's sacred about the PS2?
I mean, is it still the best-selling console of all time?
It's SingStar.
Oh, SingStar, yeah, of course, yeah.
Harvey, for my 30th, he bought... Sorry, I'm only 28. I like to pretend I'm 28. And the internet, there was a viral video of me, and I said I was 28. Anyway,
yeah,
for my 30th, Harvey bought me the entire...
SingStar discography,
yeah.
or library. I bought her every SingStar game. It was about half a meter tall in PS2 cases.
With a pink mini PS2.
I bought a pink slimline PS2.
It was the best present.
Yeah, and so yeah, that's probably what makes the PS2 a sacred cow. The PS2, I mean, it needs no introduction, am I right? It had 4,000. It has a library of like 4,000 freaking games, and you know, half of those are Japan only, and you're like, man, the Dreamcast has a library of like 660 games. So the PS2 is just a never-ending treasure trove of interesting ideas and dead IPs, and it's great.
Okay, late night bites. Oh no, sorry, late night
Flippin'
bats.
hell, that is such a good opportunity to get chopped up. I love it.
Oh, late night bats. Talking about movies, what are some of your favourites? And are there particular influences from other media besides video games that influence your art and music?
Sorry, one more time. What did you say? I'm just trying not to get killed because I've played this so many times.
Okay, so
kidding me,
you got
mate.
killed.
Right, I'm going to answer the question.
Okay, so this is going back to when we brought up Fifth Element. Talking about movies, what are some of your favourites? And are there particular influences from other media besides video games that influence your art and music?
Movies. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Oh my god, what a movie. Fifth Element. I mean, the Fifth Element is just one of the most interesting science fiction movies there is. In terms of like other things that influence me, I'm really into design, minimalist design, and that's coincidentally the clothing and the props and the sets, and also the ideas, the product ideas in the Fifth Element inspire me a lot. I know it sounds funny, like I make music, but it's about ideas, and Quentin Tarantino's films, yeah, absolutely love those. But I mean, yeah, video games as well. Or did they say apart from video games? Anyway, you get the idea. Sorry, I blanked out a bit there.
What's your PS1 demo? Favorite PS1 game demo?
Demo. Cooler World. I love Cooler World, which I think in the United States was called Roll Away. I used to love that demo. So good. How do you get across here without dying?
My friend is a huge fan of yours, by the way, Mr. Pizza.
Hey.
He's called Fresh Plates. Could you give him a big up?
Pizza Hotline on a fresh plate. Is that a joke? Or is that real? Hi, Fresh Plates, big up. Oh, I did it. Is that a joke? Is that like a, Bart and Lisa ringing up Moe's Tavern? They're like, hey, is that a huge ass? Am I being prank called?
Hey, PH, what do you think of Ridge Racer 7 music? Type 4 still my fave, but I had a lot of peak moments with Ridge Racer 7 too on PS3. I miss this franchise.
Never played Ridge Racer at all as a kid, just because we didn't have it in the house. I've listened to Type 4 soundtrack like relentlessly so much. Do you know what? I have always struggled with vocals in music. Don't dislike them. It's just something that I've struggled to listen to a lot. Although I do love the soundtrack and it's brilliant. Oh, come on. Right, I've got to concentrate here. But yeah, Ridge Racer Type 4 solid soundtrack. It's one of the textbook, decent video game soundtracks. I tell you what, someone asked come on. Someone asked me earlier about some of the most influential soundtracks for me from games, and the answer to that is a game called Sheep Raider. That's just come to me now, and that is probably the one that's influenced me the most. It's just an amazing, cohesive album of early jungle and jazz jungle, like really solid jazzy jungle.
Okay, Salat69 says, I've got a nerdy question. Music production related. How do you master your songs? Does it depend on a specific tune you're working on, or do you have some essential things that you do for each one?
Good question. If you're talking about mastering specifically, yeah, I mean, it would take me too long to go into the details of my mastering chains, but I use similar plugins. Yeah, I use a similar chain of plugins. If you want me to drop some plugins, I'd say I've got the... If you like plugins, I've got the IK Multimedia Fairchild, which is always in my chain. I use a lot of Brainworks plugin alliance stuff. I use the Shadow Hills compressor a lot. That's very, very nice. Fab Filter, Textbook, all of that stuff, very good. The limiter I use is the Fab. I use 3 limiters in a row. I use a clipper into 2 limiters. Final limiter will be on True Peak, obviously. And sorry, very nerdy there. And the limiter in the middle will usually be acoustical audio Ash in the middle, and then the final limiter in the chain will always be the Fab Filter Pro L, because it's just so transparent. Is this going to kill me? Oh no, thank God. I thought that was going to kill me. Anyway, this actually goes back to something I wanted to talk about, which was, I could do mastering tutorials or mastering live streams where I'm just mastering stuff. That would be really fun. Anyway, yeah, bit of a nerdy answer there, but you got what you wanted, I guess.
How did you and Mitch Murder start working together? He's simply one of the best artists I've ever heard, and it made me insanely happy he's been making D&D tracks the past couple of years.
Mitch, what a wonderful man. It's funny, I knew who he was because I was really into Kung Fury. If anyone remembers, was it like 2015? I think we're going up there. 2015-ish, that movie with David Hasselhoff. It was Kung Fury, and he did the soundtrack, so I was always a fan of his. And then I released on this label called We Release Whatever the Fuck We Want, which is a Swiss label, and they released the Level Select vinyl. And they just got in touch one day and said, hey, Mitch Murder has made some drum and bass tunes. We put him in touch with you. We thought you guys could work together. And I was like, oh, it's that guy who made the Kung Fury soundtrack. I want to talk to this guy. And we just got chatting, and he's a brilliant guy. Like, such a nice guy to chat to. Very normal, down to earth, humble guy. He's got an unbelievably big following, and aside from that, he's a very well respected artist, and people love him, and for a good reason. And working with him was brilliant. Really casual, nice, just everything you could want from a collaborator, really. And we are planning another one. What?
Are you really?
Yeah, of course we are. Sorry, is that? Of course we are. I mean, we work together well, and we he's really fun to work with. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I don't know, but nothing's really. I've got a few loose sketches. Are we going through this tiny little hole? Is that where we're going? How about that for a bit of level design? I love that. Nice one, Lucas. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Can I crouch? No. What am I doing?
The other side.
What am I doing wrong here? Somebody tell me what to do. Scroll to the bottom.
Kung Fury, I watched it on the big screens and actually one of the funniest things I saw that
year. What would you call it? I speed ran. Oh, it's just put me where I'm supposed to go. How the flipping Laura? Oh my God, is that where I was supposed to go? And I was trying to do all that stupid stuff. What a turkey.
You were showing off your parkour.
I was trying to show off. Wait, hold on a tick. I'm well confused. Oh, there we go. Cool. cool. Right, any more questions?
Yeah, there's more.
I might have a little drink. I might go get a drink. I might just have a bathroom break. Go for a drink, just like 2 seconds. Is that good?
What's the music?
Well, there's music on the game. Well. Oh yeah, here we go. There's music playing. BRB.
I think we'll probably do an OST, Motorslice OST on tape, on cassette.
Okay, how's that? Can we still hear? I just want to double check we're all good.
Yeah.
I am worried that... Okay, cool. I am worried that when I knock the microphone cable, that's what turns the mic off, so I'm being careful. So yeah, how's what are people saying?
So we're sort of going back to the Mitch Murder question.
Should I have not said that I was working on stuff with?
What's your favourite music collaboration you participated in? Mitch Murder is the #1 artist for me. I have the Anti-Gravity tournament vinyl lovingly on my shelf. That was like a dream come true. That's from Sunstreaker.
Hey Sunstreaker. Oh, wow, look at that. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. That is so... The scale, baby. So yeah, I've done it. I don't have one collaboration that I liked more. I tell you what, one of the ones that was really amazing, which you may not know about, or you may know about actually if you is the artwork from Anti-Gravity Tournament was done by an artist called Junk Boy, who's friends with Mitch Murder. And Junk Boy is the creative director from Mojang of Minecraft fame. And that was an amazing collaboration. You know, the fact that the creative director from Minecraft, from the company that made Minecraft, did the artwork for one of my EPs, which is like insane. Yeah, it was public knowledge. Like, I didn't shout about it, but yeah, it's just that was like one of the moments where I was like, wow, this is like really, yeah, pinch me. It's crazy. I remember the first time I played Minecraft, like when it was in Was it in alpha? Or, you know, it was like, it was before the children took it from us adults. And now the children have it. But I remember thinking, I guess I was a child then. I was like 16 or a teenager. I remember thinking to myself, I'm taking the day off school tomorrow to play this fucking game. And I did. I did immediately. I just didn't go to school. I just played Minecraft all day.
So while you were gone, it just asked, are you going to release the Motorslice OST on cassette?
I've had a lot of questions about this, and I'm sorry that it hasn't been available quite yet. There are plans, absolutely, for cassette and CD and mini disc and 8-track and gramophone and carrier pigeon and Fisher Price piano custom with motors. Anyway, yeah, you get it. It's just complicated because I need to iron certain things out with, you know, because it's a you know, it's
an OST.
It's an OST, so yeah, I have to. It's not like one of my albums, which I have full control over. It's very different. So yeah, I just iron things out, and there's lots happening. Boots. Oh, we got some stinky shoes here. Oh, this is the famous bit with the feet. This is the Quentin Tarantino foot scene. Oh yeah, we'll do a wax cylinder, sorry. We'll do wax cylinders, we'll make millions. Whoa.
Look away, bot.
Late night bass. Oh, sorry.
Late night bass. late night Sega bass fishing. Oh my god, late night.
No, I love it.
You love a late night bass, mate.
Okay. Would you write music for film too if you get the chance, or strictly video games OST?
No, I'm open to anything. Absolutely, yeah.
Man, I'd love it if you did a film.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Mm-hmm. That'd be cool. Backdoor Sluts 10. That's for the South Park fans out there. Can I have my drink, please?
Yeah. Okay, I think that's all our questions.
No, we
can
in Discord we have loads more.
Yeah. So we're going to go back to the Discord, but if anybody hasn't had their question answered, just copy and paste it back in now.
Late Night Bass. One of our favourite games is Sega Bass Fishing. I'm a big Dreamcast maniac. Love it. So yeah, I love Sega Bass Fishing.
Okay.
Sun Whiskers. No, we've had that. Bueno. So these are questions from the Patreon feed.
I've come across Motorslice and I love it. When I started playing, I got goosebumps because the OST. I didn't know I liked the musical style. I mostly listened to metal. The question is, what exact style should I search? I tried jungle, drum and bass, industrial. I got nowhere. Actually, I remembered a specific song from an OST of a 90s game I liked. I think it was Always In Me. What keywords / artists do you recommend?
That's a good question, and it's something that I think about a lot in terms of like, you know, because some, you know, people say, what kind of music do you make? And I'm like, well, I kind of make drum and bass, but it's kind of different.
Well, also I think when you had your release of Level Select, and when it got big and people were like trying to figure out what your sound was.
All the people arguing in the YouTube comments about whether it was this or that. It's just funny.
It was called like liquid drum and bass.
Oh yeah, liquid. Liquid was the standard term for in the north.
Vapor drum and bass. There was lots of different.
Well, yeah.
There was because you came from sort of like you had this vaporwave influence in your albums prior to Level Select, and so there was some cool names out there that got put out there.
Yeah, like Vapor Breaks.
Vapor Breaks?
I don't know. People, you can call it whatever you want, but if you want specific terms for this modern reimagining of, how do you put this? drum and bass and jungle finding, like, it sounds like it's from old games. I think one of the key descriptors on YouTube, at least, is low poly drum and bass. That is one of the ones that people will use.
That's the one that stuck.
That's the one that seems to have stuck. I called my mixes low poly breaks, just as a series, and that kind of. And then I made a sample pack called low poly drum and bass. So low poly's become a useful descriptor for me. And yeah, that's something you can. Atmospheric, yeah. Zug says atmospheric is a really good one. So, within this world, you've got liquid, you've got ambient jungle, you've got atmospheric drum and bass, you've got people would call low poly drum and bass. Low poly drum and bass, just so you know, is a very what would you say? It's only recently been coined. It's not like a specific term. You could call it like PS1 jungle. That seems to be one that really like comes off the tongue nicely. But yeah.
So we've got Glorung, maybe. What is your typical process, if you have one, for composing a DNB track? For example, do you come up with the drum percussion track first and fill in the melody and chords after, or do you have a melodic idea first and the bass and base the rest of the track around it? Or maybe it's different for every track.
It was quite different for me because the first thing I do is I take someone's foot and I sniff it.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I think I answered this question earlier, but I'll usually try and make some nice pads and some drums. And if I can get a marriage between pads and drums together, and a nice foot, a stinky one, then I'm probably onto a winner. But no, yeah, pads and then Kojima coded, definitely. Pads and some drums, and the drums are going to sound really cool. And then for me, like with the music that I'm making at the moment, it has to be like a really Moorish, addictive, interesting, flicky, rubbery melody. Rubbery, like kind of bendy, like pitch bent. I usually use sine wave melodies and stuff. So yeah, it has to be really Moorish. Like I need to be able to not stop listening to the track just in my studio. That's kind of how it has to be for me. If I get tired of it, I'm like, this isn't right, and I'm not putting it out. Like I spent a lot of time, in my 20s when I made techno, putting out tracks that I wasn't really like super happy with, but just because I wanted to have a release, and yes. And I really I'm not proud of that, and I only put out stuff that I think is really, really good now. Like that I think, is very good. I don't put out stuff that I think is, a 7 out of 10. I don't do that.
Okay, so this might be sort of, we've answered a few questions like this, but let's see whether you have anything else to say.
Is it about feet?
How much inspiration was drawn from the game itself when creating the OST? Did you play or see any of the levels / boss fights and then make music that match the scenes?
Yes, loads. Like the main inspiration was from the game itself, and the developers sent over a YouTube playlist with loads of stuff from Shadow of the Colossus, Mirror's Edge, stuff like that. And there was some of my tracks on there, which is really helpful because then I could because obviously I know how all my tracks are made, so I kind of glued together influences from Mirror's Edge and mine, and then a lot of they're sending me a lot of screenshots like the one we're looking at right now. That was really cool. I love this. I look at that, Ruth, that Motorslice pillar, and I'm like, I can't wait to slice up that thing. I can't wait to I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go. I want to skip all these enemies and just go for it because I'm just like CBA. Let's go. Oh no! It won't let me skip. But Mirror's Edge was the soundtrack. I listened to that so many times. I love these called Solar Fields. This music's great. Probably I'm concentrating so much I can't think of them. But yeah, we probably have. Honestly, when someone asks me something like that, I struggle on the top of my head. Ape Escape, obviously. I mean, yeah. I tell you what, Diver's Dream from PS1, amazing. The other one would be Kaze no Notan from the PS1. Wet Tricks is another one that I love. Another one would be... see, I'm concentrating. I can't think. That's enough. I've said enough. Somebody asked Ruth in the chat, Pressing Business 2 when?
Oh, you want to hear from Shelley?
Shelley, yeah. If anyone, there's any Pressing Business fans in the house, if you want to know,
Talking to Shelley.
it was me and her doing all those skits. We wrote them and recorded them. And yeah. Anyway. All right, I'm going up. Can I go? Oh, I was hoping I could do this. This is so cool. Right, I'm about to hit the boss.
Before you hit the boss.
Do I have enough brain cells to defeat the boss right now? I don't know. I'm so tired.
Were there any
lovely.
other games or music that gave you inspiration for this game's music?
I think we've had that question a lot.
Yeah.
Mirror's Edge was just great to listen to. Zug says, is there a specific DJ set that have made you go back to, or that someone else has made? Oh, it's a really good one. I tell you what, there's this guy who makes techno called Steve Rachmad, or he's German. No, he's Dutch. And his boiler room is bloody good. It's like flat out dance floor dub techno. Love that. Steve Rachmad, or Sterak, I think his name is. Oh, this is nice.
Any particular recent artists in the scene that you would love to collab with in the future?
Do you know what? Today I was listening to the soundtrack for this game that I want to play with you. After this, we could fire it up. Called, I'd love to. It's called Easy Delivery Co.
Okay.
I don't know a huge amount about it, apart from I know I've listened to the soundtrack and I've seen a little bit of footage, and it's got really good reviews. The soundtrack to that is brilliant because it's the music that plays on the radio in the car that you drive around when you're delivering packages, and it's all like cool jungle. And I was chatting to the composer today, and oh boy, there she is. It's the Crushinator Mark II. I was chatting to him today, and the soundtrack's fantastic. So yeah, maybe I'll chat to him next week. But yeah, I'm really busy at the moment, not taking on any collabs really. I think this is a nice place to answer questions, isn't it? Before I get demolished by this absolute unit of a bloody machine.
I think we're
at the end.
I can't see any more questions.
To be honest, we've been going for over an hour. Maybe we should hit the nail on the head. Is this a good place to leave it before the boss? I think it is. Just because I'm very tired and.
Any last questions?
Yeah, any last questions? Any last requests? Or did I miss anyone's question? Apologies if I have, because lots going on. And
Sunstreaker is saying cap it off with a boss.
Cap it off with a boss.
Go on.
I'm tired.
Come
all
on,
right.
pizza.
All right, I'll give it a go. All right. Okay, while I go for this, see you, Zug. While I go for this, ask me any questions and I'll give it a go.
Are you going to do more streams in the future?
Yeah, so that was something that I kind of wanted to know about. I would love to. It's the kind of thing I'd love to do every Friday.
Favorite Mountain Dew flavor? Original.
I've got one for you, right? When I was a kid, this is an amazing story, and this is true. When I was a kid, I went on holiday to Colorado skiing with my parents because my mum's best friend lived there, so we stayed with her. And we went skiing. I was probably like 8, and I kid you not, this was the week the original Xbox was coming out, and I was at the bottom of a ski lift, and oh boy. All right, I know how to do this because I've watched this boss fight so many times. I've just never played it. And no! Where were we? I was at the bottom of a ski lift, and they had a big snowboard half pipe. This was the noughties, right? This was like 2001 or 2, and this was when everything was extreme and badass. And they had. I just want to make sure that. Yeah. They had an original Xbox promotional press event there, or a public PR event, and they had a tent with Xbox logos all over it, and inside you could play the original Xbox. And I was a kid, and I had PS2 at home, and I'd never... Well, I've got to go on a certain leg. No way. This is a good story, and I'm being interrupted by the game. I told you I shouldn't have capped it off with the boss. And I kid you not, there was a tent there with Xbox logos all over it, and inside you could play the Xbox at the bottom of a snowboard half pipe, and there was music playing, and yes, I'm coming towards Mountain Dew. They had a Mountain Dew, can't. I'm going to pause it. They had a Mountain Dew promotional thing there with a giant inflatable bottle of Mountain Dew, and they were promoting a new flavor at the time, which was cherry. I think it was called like Red Cherry Alert or something, like Cherry Red Alert. And I don't drink Mountain Dew. I never did, but when I was a kid, I'd heard about it on films, you know, because I'm obsessed. I was always obsessed with American TV, and I was like, oh my god, Mountain Dew, this is so cool. And anyway, so yeah, but I got to play the original Xbox at an original press event, and I don't have any photos of that, but I wish that I did. But this was back in the days where, you know, people didn't carry cameras, or they did, but, you know, like one person at the whole event. And they also had a Tech Deck sponsored mini finger skateboard park there as well. So cool. Anyway, God, that was a long-winded story, but is it one of the most important stories of my childhood that relates to what I do now? You know, it's a very Code Red. That was it, and they were promoting Code Red, and I tried Code Red for the first time, and I remember loving it. You know, I don't really drink fizzy drinks now, but yeah, that was fun.
Okay,
Cracktorigo.
Yeah. Still wanted to ask if you've heard the Grip soundtrack, racing soundtrack, combat racing soundtrack.
So Grip Combat Racing is an interesting one because they're remaking it, right? Or they're doing a new installment, and I've been watching that, and I've been very tempted to support the Kickstarter. But just what? I've never sat down and listened to the Grip soundtrack. I have the game. I've barely played it. I think I've played it like a tiny bit on the Switch. But yeah, I'm going to check that out, and I might actually get in touch with them because I would love to make some music for it. That'd be cool.
What are your plans for the future, People Hotline Forever?
Never forget to buy toilet roll. And I don't know, always. My plans for the future, God. Did they mean like my like actual interesting things? I was trying to be funny. God, yeah. So I'm working right now on maybe 3 or 4 albums. One of them is a soundtrack to another game called Whisk, which is a really cool game, really exciting, and it's a really good game. I've been playing it a lot. Well, no, I'm playing a lot. I've been playing it as much as I can. It's a co-op game, so I need to play it with someone else, so I haven't been able to play it a lot. But yeah, and I'm working on the next album that I've got coming out. I will tell everyone this now. I don't think I've told anyone this now, but this is for the people who've hung around for an hour and 10 minutes. The next album I've got coming out is a nighttime drift, Tokyo Drift, Need for Speed Underground feeling album. Oh, capping it off with the boss, shaving his beard off. Come on, boys. And she's down, motherfucker. Yeah, the next album I've got coming out, I think it's the next one. I'm actually like in talks this week with my label about what to do next. And yeah, it's like a Need for Speed Underground coded album about a pizza delivery boy who drifts and delivers pizzas. Didn't really want to give that away because it's a bit of a surprise. But yeah, and it's like the feeling of that album, the mood, the concept will be lo-fi, laid back, dark, gritty jungle. Very much so. Less optimistic, less melodic than my other stuff. It's gritty.
Okay, so we have Hugo who's come in recently, just as we're about to finish, and he says, hi and greetings from France. I wanted to tell to the team that the OST was awesome, for real. I love that vibe. Besides that, are you planning to release the game to Switch?
I don't know. I'm not the developer. I don't know, and I can't say. So I don't know. I'm very sorry. In 20 minutes or less. But I hope it's coming to Switch too. So far, it's on Xbox, PC, PS5. Oh, I presume it won't go to Switch 1. I mean, look how large these environments are, baby. I know the game looks, when you look at the graphics, they don't look photorealistic because they're not going for that. It's a different stylization, but the environments are giant and there's no loading screens. So, you can have an idea about, like, I'm sure it'd run on Switch 1, it would just chug. And God, can you believe the Switch 1 is like an antiquated thing now? Or it's like going to be vintage.
It's so good.
I remember we played so much Switch 1. Don't own a Switch 2.
I would call it a most magical console.
Switch 1 really allowed me to fully get involved with indie games and the indie scene. Before that, I didn't play a lot of indie games. And yeah, so the Switch 1 was my gateway into...
Pad Chellington says...
Is Pad here? Hey, buddy.
My question
my
for
guy.
you is to pizza.
Yes, mate.
Did you get any pizza when you were in NYC? And if so, what was your favorite?
Good question, mate. Very good question. And yeah, I put out a shout out on my on my Twitter or something, like asking. And yeah, there was a lot of recommendations. Like, and then I got there, I was like, oh my god, these places are all so far apart, and I'm busy, and I want to go, but I'm like, I went to a place that was simply called Johnny's Pizza, and it was incredible. I was expecting to go to a place where you like sit down and like, to sit down and like have a nice, I wanted like the red and white tablecloths, the checkered tablecloths, the little candle in a red jar and all that. And Johnny's Pizza, you go in there, it's like a tiny room, it's noisy as fuck, and you just like, they're like $4, and then you give them that and you just eat it standing up, and oh my god, it was good pizza. And you buy one slice, and it was like the perfect amount of oiliness, the perfect heat, the perfect crispiness, excellent flavor, and yeah, I went to this place called, I can't remember the name, Morona's. Can't remember. I had a lot of pizza there, but do you know what? I really wasn't taken on a pizza tour. Like, I would love that. I'd love to go around with some guys who love pizza, like really love pizza, and take me on a tour. But Johnny's was so good, like fantastic and good value. Loved it. And in the UK, if anyone's interested, that One Bite Everyone Knows the Rules pizza review guy. I used to watch a lot of his stuff. He went to a place in West London called Crisp. And he says that's the best pizza in London. Because all the pizza in the UK is Neapolitan style. It's all thin. And like, I love New York pizza, man. It's so good. And we don't have any New York pizza here. There is one place in London that does Chicago pizza, like deep dish, but I'm not sure if I love Chicago. I mean, I haven't had it enough to comment, but anyway, go on. Next question.
Leisure Protocol. I think we missed your question, so can you post it again?
Oh, Pad, yeah, you live in Jersey, right? Yeah, of course. Next time, man, last time I was there, Pad, we didn't spend enough time together just because we were both busy. Well, no, we spent a bit of time together, but next time we're both in New York, take me out, show me a good time. And let's go to some real deal pizza. Let's do it. I'll probably come to New York this year. Maybe we should go on a trip. Should we go? Yeah, let's go, man. Take me out. Little Caesars hot and ready. Little Caesars. Right, where am I going? I'm tired, and I'm like, that crane, there she is. Thanks for tuning in, Pad.
Here we go. Could you deliver an answer for my question? What inspired your artist name? Oh, it's such a good one.
Alrighty. It was a dark and stormy night. I was walking past a pizza place. I was drunk as hell. I looked up, I wiped the sweat from my brow, and I saw in big red neon glowing letters, Pizza Hut Latin. Am I stuck in this thing? Am I stuck in here? I think I'm stuck. Yeah, no, that story's like kind of true. Ruth used to live in this area in South.
Ruth is me.
Yes,
by the way.
she used to live in this area in South London called. It's just cringy if I call you Mrs. Hotline. That's just I do that for fun, but it just sounds cringe if I do it all the time. I'm actually.
There's a reset button.
Turn the volume up there. Okay, cool. Yeah, the mic's back. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm reset. Cool. What was I talking about? I'm very sorry. Sorry about this mic rubbish. I'm going to get this sorted for next week. Anyway, I will quickly finish this story, and then I'm done. Turn it down a bit. Okay. Anyway, so I used to walk past Pizza Hotline, and I used to go in when I was drunk and buy the pizza because it was cheap. It was cheap and crap. Can you just keep it up a tiny bit? And I used to come home and I'd be in the morning. I'd be like, oh, I feel sick, and you and your flatmate Laura would be like, why the hell did you go to Pizza Hotline again? It's like the worst pizza place. And I was like, yeah, but it's cheap, and I don't know. I just anyway. And I loved the name so much. I thought the name was so funny. That I was making moody techno at the time, and then I started making kind of more. I think I started making vaporwave, and I started putting some of it on SoundCloud and it had like 3 views. And then I used the name Pizza Hotline because I loved it, and I have been back to Pizza Hotline since. I've taken photos outside there, and I've I've posted it on my socials, and people have laughed. And we went there, what was it, like a year ago, and I said I'm going to Pizza Hotline and I'm going to buy pizza whether if it kills me, because all the times I've been there I've kind of chickened out because I've been like, oh, it's such crap pizza, and I think to myself, oh, it'll be funny to buy pizza from there. And then when I get there, I'm like, I'm not really hungry and blah, blah, blah. Next time I go, I vow to actually buy pizza from there, and I will do a video review.
Is your vaporwave stuff still up? Would love to check it out.
Yep. If you go on my Bandcamp, there is a vaporwave EP called Deals with the Western Oil Conglomerate. It's a bit of a joke. It's funny. I know where I'm going now. Okay, cool. And
Pizza Hotline.
yeah, Pizza Hotline's a place in Herne Hill in South London. It's bad, but we should go. Like, why don't we, I was thinking of hitting them up and asking if I could, play a gig in there or something.
That would be so good.
It'd be so funny, wouldn't it? Should we hit the nail on the head? Okay, I'm gonna go to the top of this thingy and just say thanks to everyone. I'm supposed to be going down there. Thank you everyone for coming. We've stayed at a good number the whole stream, 40 to 50, which is really cool. It's amazing that people want to know that much about this music and they like the game. And yeah, I'm really happy that everyone's supporting the soundtrack and that. And if you want to pre-order the vinyl, there's still time. You can go to my Bandcamp. I think the link's below. I just seen the comment. Pizza Hotline the place in South London, has a really good URL. I think it's pizzahotline.co.uk. But I've just bought pizzahotline.pizza. And I've redirected it to my Bandcamp. I haven't made it public yet because it doesn't work very well. Hey, if anyone in the chat wants to go on pizzahotline.pizza right now, give it a go. I need some testers, but I've got so much stuff on the go. Anyway, yeah, just saying thanks to everyone for tuning in, and I'll try and do another stream next week. Drop me a message or like a comment of what you want to see next week, if you want to see certain games. Ruth, I thought we could stream Shenmue.
Oh,
Yeah?
now we're talking.
Yeah, now we're talking. We could stream Shenmue. Like, I have the equipment to stream it live from my Dreamcast. The OG. We could also stream Sega Bass Fishing. It's the best. So, yeah, anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Just, yeah, take care. Bye-bye.